And we're back. And as I was saying, but women are nurturers. And let me get my stuff together. And this is for me. But you do know I am a lawyer. So if you are injured in a car accident or charged with a crime, make sure that you call 1-833-866-3252. Now, that is only in Michigan. So y'all, I can't help nobody out of state. Ohio, some parts, but they got to be a big enough case to go to. So make sure that if you or your loved one has a criminal matter or a divorce or needs a will, that you give your girl a shout out, because that's important to me, so I can take care of my family. So here's the situation. The thing that we find is that women who are in these situations, they're and follow on. This is not limited to non-educated women. Oh, please don't go there. These are not people that are undegreed. These are women, period, who have law degrees, medical degrees, who are CEOs of businesses. This is not something that just happens in the ghetto. This is something that happens throughout the world. And as a woman, and it starts out identifying men identifying women who they believe have low self-esteem. Well, tell me a little bit about you. You're so beautiful. And then, well, I went through a bad marriage, or I went through a bad breakup. Bingo! I got her. Oh, I know what I'm dealing with now. I'm dealing with a woman that got low self-esteem. So what do? They listen. They're very good listeners. And what you're doing, you're giving them all the information necessary for them to become that attentive, loving. Did you and your man used to walk down to Belle Isle and stuff together? No, we never did that. Did you and your man, used to kiss in public? No, we never did that. So do you like that though, baby? Yes, I do. So then all of a sudden he becomes spontaneous. Calls you in the morning, calls you in the evening. May even lie and say, I never hit a woman in my life. Okay, maybe just lie. I don't believe in that. Because what he's doing is learning who you are so that he can become that. So because he's a predator. And what he wants to do is to disarm you. He tells you about some sad story about, how he had to, struggle to get to where he is, and that he just need a good woman by his side to understand him. But he gonna tell himself, well, baby, what about you? Was your mother and father in the home? No, my father wasn't in the home. Okay. Did your mother have many, tell me about your situation. If you listen long enough, you're going to be able to tell whether or not that man respects women or he hates women. Well, what do you mean? He hate them, like beat them up? No, listen. There's a psychology to this. Many times, men begin to hate women because they have been required at a very young age to become adults. I remember having cases where a murder case, just off the top of my head, the young boy said at 12 years old, because his mother needed financial help, he started selling dope. And what it did was he really resented women for that. He professed to love his mother, and he did, but his innocence was taken. And as a result, he sees the women that come in his life, the child in him sees them as what this woman represents. See, to a child, mom and dad is another word for God. That's how they see life. They believe in certain religious tenements because of their parents. They eat certain foods. So the way that a child is brought up is tremendous. And many times these childhood traumas are not dealt with. So what they do, they pack them away. They put them away. Baby, you can take a bag of garbage in a 10,000 square foot house. You can hide it, but one day it's going to stink. And what happens is people don't want to deal with childhood traumas. Oh, we don't want to deal with that. Shh, don't say nothing about that. Don't even say that. That girl, just keep going. Just keep going. And what we do is we have a trauma and we build accomplishments on top of it. But the trauma is still there and it's going to seep through. Oh, no. I just recess it. But baby, let me explain this to you. If you don't deal with it and it occurred at 8, it's going to rear its ugly head before you 8. It's something going to happen. Boom, you're going to pop. You got to deal with this. Oh, you crazy if you go to see a therapist. You crazy, you nuts. You're crazy if you don't. If there is a trauma that occurred to you, you need to seek professional help. If you cut your hand and you put ointment on it, it just kept bleeding, you're going to go to the doctor because you're afraid to bleed to death. But emotionally, we have been scarred by relationships that do not heal. And as a result, they may lay dormant, but they're going to come full blown. And so many times you will see people who just love their mom and do so much, but they hate women. They're disrespectful to women. But he loved his mama. If he loved his mother like that, he gonna love me. No, he's not. Because he's grown to accept that type of dysfunctional relationship is love, and it's not. But deep down inside, there's hatred because she took something away, his ability to grow as a young man, to have childish things. This young man was 12 years old out there selling dope. And he had relationship after relationship. Domestic relationships were terrible. Beating women. That's just what he did. And he hated his mother. But he was good to her, got a Cadillacs and everything. So women think, oh, if he do that with her, he gonna do that to me. But when you start to delve into it, really listen to it, they don't. And so that's what we don't do. Oh, shoot, he got a Benz. He got a good job. Oh, he got money. He got that good sex. And that's all we looking at as women. Girl, I had to give him my number. Baby, let me tell you something. At this point in my life, if I don't have a medical record, I ain't dealing with no man. I ain't had time I got too much on my plate to entertain somebody that's good looking and could be a psychopath. And then I done slipped in there, let him in there, put my guard down. Before I know it, he beating the hell out of me or doing something or maybe kill me. I don't have time. You just stay where you are. I almost want to have a psychiatric evaluation done. And I'm going to be honest. And they could say, well, we need one for you. That's why you stay where you are and I'm going to stay where I am. I can't afford psychologically and maybe even physically to put myself in a situation like that. Why? Because women believe we're not complete without a man. Oh, you won't got no man? That's cancer. What? Let me say this to you. In my life, I don't know about y'all because we just sharing brothers and sisters here. But I can tell you this. I know more miserable married people than I know miserable single people. Baby, can't stand that husband and wife. Can't stand them, but still married. Oh, we love each other. Gonna have numerous affairs, kids out of wedlock. Can't stand them. But financially, or just they've grown together, they don't leave them. Okay, that's real. So number one. So the fact that you see people on social media, oh, but look at the way he look in her eyes. I want somebody to look in my eyes, baby. Let me tell you something. You better learn to love you. Can't no man love me like I love me, because I'm not going to allow somebody to say something disrespectful to me and say I was kidding. No, you were not. You got to go. Well, you see the reason your mind's so closed. Let me say this to you. In this day and age, we have to be on guard. I can believe there was nothing wrong with the women who had appeared before me that were killed by their boyfriend or beaten or traumatized. All they wanted to do was love. They wanted to love that pain away. They wanted to be a good woman to a broken man. Am I just let me ask you this? Am I going somewhere with this? Because if I'm not, we're gonna stop. But if I am, let's go. Because this is a conversation we need to have. We need to protect our women. Let's go. I'll be back.